Caldwell here on the program today. Bellator 167, Thackerville, December 3rd. What's Joe's? How you say Joe's last name? Your opponent?
It doesn't matter what his name is.
Yeah, I know, right? It doesn't. We set that up. That was a long running. That's a long run. So I gotta ask. Your last fight out was against the same guy. You got beat by guillotine choke. In the third round, he got caught. Wasn't too deep in the third round. I was going to say I'm going to win this fight, which is how it's going to be different. But really, how have you approached this fight differently?
I really haven't done anything different outside of changing gyms. My focus is a little different, having guys who's world-class athletes around you. Your focus is gonna shift and want to train hard and want to be the best. And you look to the left, you got a Dominic Cruz who's training like a madman. You look to the right, you got a Justin Lawrence who's training like a madman. Right behind you is Jeremy Stevens who's training like a madman. So, not so much anything different, just the outcome.
So for the folks at home that don't know, tell them what gym were you at when you fought him the first time?
I was at Pinnacle MMA. It's in Redlands. It's a smaller gym. At the time when I was training for Joe, this last fight, I had about 3 training partners and 1 jiu-jitsu coach. And so I really felt like it was time for a change. When you're a top level athlete, you gotta fuel that. You gotta fuel yourself, and I feel like that the change was necessary.
And where are you training now?
I'm out at Alliance MMA in San Diego under Eric Darrion.
What was the move like? How did that come about? Because you could have really gone anywhere, but why'd you end up down there at Alliance?
Well, I reached out to Dom when I was over at Power. I heard I talked to Seth Baczynski. He's since I was at Power, he's like, man, I think you'll be a great fit at Alliance. They got a bunch of smaller bodies for you. Yeah. It was always in the back of my head. When I moved back out here for that fight against Joe Taimanglo, it was only 2 hours away. I felt a sense of loyalty to my squad out at Pinnacle, and going back, because they helped me since I really got to Bellator. They helped me grow, and I really felt a sense of loyalty there. And so I went back, and after this loss, throughout the course of the camp, though, bring you back to throughout the course of the camp, I was, butting heads, with whether it was the coach, because I felt like I wasn't getting enough practices. I wasn't getting the optimum training that I needed, for a title fight. I feel like because of my talent and I'm a high-level athlete, guys expect me to just go out there and perform, But that's not the case.
Right.
I was very green. I'm still, I'm always going to be learning, but, I was almost under the green radar when I was there, and I feel like they just felt like my wrestling was going to take me to a world title, And that's where it kind of got a little foggy at,
Well, because against Joe Warren, obviously, we saw your athletic ability. We saw you, pick him up and throw him down. We saw that during that. Oh, yeah, this guy's real athletic. He's got good wrestling background. Like, this guy can do well. And Joe Warren's an animal, So I can see how your jiu-jitsu instructor would think, oh, yeah, this is going to be the easy way out. But the game evolves every single week. There's a different game being played out there inside those cages, and you got to figure it out. If you don't have the training partners, and let's be honest, not saying anything bad against Pinnacle, but I don't care where Dominic Cruz is training, wherever he's training, that's a spot to be. That's one of the spots to be.
Real tough.
He's great,
tough. Yeah. It goes back to iron sharpens iron,
Yeah.
And when you got 6 irons around you, as opposed to 1, it's a big difference. You got to be able to go in a direction where there's guys battling every day. If I just recently took a trip back to Pinnacle, and I felt bad because I left and it wasn't any different. I went there I went to Corona to pick up a mouthpiece. I'm like, all right, I'm in the area. Let me stop by my old gym. There's no love lost. I still love those guys.
Yeah.
But, I went there Saturday. We're usually practicing 10:30 to 12 o'clock. Training hard, and it was just one guy there. So I'm like, I got there, there's nothing changed, and I'm like, all right, that's pretty much. It just brought me back to my last fight, my last training camp.
Yeah.
I'm glad I made the change.
Yeah, and, and somebody else might make the change and go to Pinnacle and be very successful there. It's the nature of the
100%.
sport. It's how things work. Man,
100%.
it's I really like this fight. I can't wait to see how you do at the new camp. In your corner with Eric DeFello in your corner, like really feeling out how it's going to work for you over there, and then to see a better you
Yes,
when
sir.
you fight this time. And it's good to see because it's a very easy comparison. This is how I was first fight. This is how I am the second fight. It's the same guy. It's very easy to
100%.
look at how things have changed.
100%. I think you're gonna see a different fighter out there. Same guy, but different fighter.
Yeah. All right, I like it. Darren, thanks so much for coming on here with us. I appreciate it. Have a great
Man,
rest of your
it's
training
great to
camp.
touch.
Enjoy the fight, man. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, Trigg. Talk to you soon, bud.